Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do this pretty earring. I really like the way this turned out to be. I was very skeptical with the color combination as such in the first place. We got this finding from Bargain Bead box subscription for this month, which is June 2024. Um, this particular pattern is called Chandbali, and it is very famous in Indian style earrings and stuff. It's been there for several years. The shape of it, the Chand means moon, so it's Chandbali earrings. That's what they call in Hindi. So this is a finding which is very common to my, uh, you know, to my origin. So the thing is, there is patina in it, and this is bronze, as you guys can see. And this is like a teal patina they have given. Very, very pretty. I really like it. The way the bronze shines through, and I think they have brushed it on the top so that the tips of the earring has still that bronze color thing. But it is not a very, very dark bronze, meaning kind of not this color, right? This is very light. It's like mostly like brass. So I thought of doing a earring which is which I really wanted to make use of these holes right here. If you guys can see it closer, the line of square holes that's right next to the edge. So I wanted to use that. You can do brick stitch earrings that people have done already. So I thought, why not? I can do some wire wrapping. So that's what I did with this. And then I wanted a pretty small bead. So in the box, we didn't have anything else other than this 4mm, which is small. We have bigger ones like this guy right here, the green, which is 6 by 4mm, and this one didn't look very, very good with it. I mean, in the camera it looks good, but I feel that this was much more appealing for me, so I went ahead with it. But you guys can try with the lava bead as well. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I just finished a necklace with the 8mm this frosted bead right here. That's a knotted necklace. But then I thought I wanted to do some wire wrapping, and I thought this is pretty, and I wanted to go ahead with it. The two-tone in this bicone beads is very, very pretty, and I really wanted to, you know, go ahead using that. So I used some 26 gauge wire. I didn't go with the bronze because I feel that this is more brass and it is very lighter, so I went with this color. This is not like very bronzy. It's actually kind of brass color wire, and this is called smart wire, and it is a 26 gauge. I do recommend 26 gauge, and this 26 gauge is not, by the way, very, very pliable, so I feel that this is much more nicer. So I wanted to use this, and I took about 2 feet, which was enough, and I had some left over. So you guys can, probably 20 inches you can take, and then I'm taking 20 inches right here. Right now I'm just gonna measure 20 inches. So that's what I have. You can do that, or just a little bit less is also fine, but I wouldn't recommend more less than that. So here we go. So take a short piece. We have to anchor this in the first hole over here, right? So just take a short piece, make it in a U form. Take your pliers, make use of your pliers. That's what was easier for me. It was actually a bit difficult to start, and then it became easier, so I just take my pliers, hold on to that firmly, and then pull that thing. So as you guys can see, I didn't start that way, I just start this way. This is the way that I did. So I want to do the same to the other earrings, but you can do it other ways also. What I mean by is, So you can start from the other side of the earring. So it was a little bit difficult to get all the wire inside the hole, even though the hole is nice and big to accommodate it. But once you get one wrap, the second wrap is kind of, difficult because there is already two wires inside. But be patient and push it, then use your pliers to help you with it. Okay, once you got at least 3 wraps, that's more than enough. I would, for the time being, I would leave this short tail. I wouldn't worry about it, and I would just go ahead and start my wrapping process. Pick up a 4mm bag, it's pretty simple. Okay, just keep at it and repeat it. You guys will get that. Just keep it over here. So I started with the last hole, or the first hole, you can say. Leave the next one empty, go through the third one. So we are skipping one hole. If you think about it, just be patient. When the wire is longer, it's kind of little bit, it takes little bit of some kind of patience to do that. So make sure it comes down. Go through that same hole once more. Okay, one time I go through the hole with the bead, the next wrap will be without the bead, so it'll anchor that bead over there. I guess you guys can see like this. So that's what I'm doing. Don't worry, I will be doing multiple times. You will get a hang of it for sure. Drop the next bead down, skip one hole, go through the next hole. It's pretty easy. So there we go. Just adjust it and make sure you don't leave any slack in the wire. See this, it's going behind. Just make sure that if you don't leave any slack in the wire, this will not happen. So make sure you're tightly pulling that wire and anchoring it one more time through the same hole. That's kind of very important. Okay, so tighten that up. See this kind of, it went above, so I just want to make sure it's nice and tight right there. So it's looking good. Take the next bead, drop it down, skip a hole, go through the next one. So that's all I did through the entire earring length. Just making sure that you don't skip several holes, but just one hole. Some holes might have the patina still on. It's okay. Just take a head pin or an eye pin and just poke it. It's gonna go away, or a needle probably. It's gonna go away. Drop the next one down, skip one hole, go through the next one, and make sure it's nice and tidy. Tidy it up as you go. You cannot fix it later, so every wrap should be perfect. Just check before moving to the next one. Just go through one more time and make sure the second wrap is not overlapping. It's nice and tight and tidier like that. Okay, so and you can also experiment this with colors, different colors. Pearls will look really good. I was so tempted to use pearls, but then always with Bargain Bead box subscription, which is actually the subscription that most people have. A lot of people have this subscription because it's nice and affordable, and it has like it helps you build your stash as well. And I cannot even think of stopping the subscription, it's that good. So mostly people do have it, so I wanted to give them a chance. If they have the box and they haven't done anything with it, I want to inspire them with my designs. And I pretty much don't want to use any of my own personal stash, just in case if they don't have them, they won't be able to use it. So that's the reason I'm sticking to the beads that's in the box. It came out really pretty, I really love it. But if you guys have this finding, and if you guys are done with using that 4mm beads, go ahead and use any 4mm or even 3x4mm roundel beads that you have in your stash and do this wire wrapping. It will look awesome, you guys, trust me. See that those two are up. I need to fix that, but I know for sure I really wrapped it nicely, so that should not be an issue. So that way I can actually arrange it a little bit nicely. So here we go. Again, skip one, so it's a perfect thing. I was worried that I should adjust, but if you skip one hole, it is very, very perfect until the end. You have the number, I didn't count, but it is perfect. So that's it. Pick up the next bead. So this wire wrapping technique gives you an additional way to add color to your existing finding. To any finding which has a hole in it, you can do this. So just think about anything that has holes, and take advantage of that by wire wrapping some colorful beads from your stash. It's totally doable with any findings you have available in your stash which has a hole or something like that. You have multiple holes in this, you have holes here too, but I really like the work in it. So I want that thing to show. I just want to add some color to the end of this finding. That's about it. And we also received the lever back, the shell lever back ear wires in the box, so you don't have to look for your own ear wire from your stash. You can use that. And then I used a head pin from my stash. That's the only thing I used from my stash. But what you can do is, if you have 20 gauge wire or even 22 gauge wire for that matter, you can use it. And just for the top connectors that I have used, I have here connector with this 4mm bead. First I thought I will put this bead in between, that will also look nice, but then I thought just keep it blue. I like this electrifying blue, that's what I call this blue. I mean, I don't know what these blues, what do they call this blue? Is there a particular name for it? But I feel that this is very, very pretty. So that's that. Okay, so now, and go through one more time through that. Okay, make sure you adjust it. Okay, and if there is anything that you need to adjust now, so that it's nice and neat. For me, I need to adjust this a little bit. I think I'm okay. So this is a round form, so it's pretty easy to do this. I'll finish wrapping. I'm almost half. I'll finish wrapping this and come back and show you guys what I got. So I'm here at the last bead, so I'm gonna add the last bicone bead in this earring, and then I'm gonna skip one hole and go through the last hole. See, I made it pretty much. So in any case, you will have just a little bit left, which I was a little bit worried at the end whether I can make it or not, but I did make it, and I have about, say, 2 inches left. I did one wrap, and I wanted to do one more. Okay, as much as you can, just to secure this in place. If you want, if you can do one more, you can, but it's not actually necessary. But try, if you can do one more, you can fit one more time the wire inside the hole. I would just say go ahead and do it. There we go. So that's it. Now take your wire cutters and snip it off, the excess wire, and snip off this as well, the one which we started with. Make sure you just tuck that in nice and tight, like make sure it's nice and in. Okay, and then this too. Should not catch hold of anything. So once you're done with it, see, pretty wrap, I would say. So take the eye pin that I suggested in the start. Okay, go ahead and add the bead. So if you guys can see the eye pin ends to the right. Okay, just like that. So what you do is put this and bend to the direction where the loop ends. Okay, that way this will end the other side. It's just a preference. You don't have to follow that, but that looks more symmetrical to me. Just cut about, say, a little bit, because you want a smaller loop. You don't want 1/4 of an inch is what they normally suggest, but this is even more smaller. So make sure these are facing the same side. If not, adjust that. So we have this. Okay, so we have the remainder of the eye pin. Take your round nose pliers, bend it to 90 degrees, and make yourself a loop. If the loop is smaller, you can just wiggle it around and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, just like so. So that should about be the size. Take the bicone, drop it in, do the same, bend the wire to 90 degrees, and just cut, say, about here, and then go ahead and take your round nose pliers and make that loop. Okay, so made that as well. Now all you need to do is assemble. Take this ear wire and keep it. Okay, first take your tweezer nose pliers or needle nose pliers, wiggle open one of the loop. Okay, add it to the loop in this earring finding and close that loop. Okay, immediately open up the other loop in the connector that we created and add it, so that the ear wire faces the same direction. Now close it. Do the same for the other side. Pick one, let's see which one, yeah. Add it to this. Okay. So there's something which is poking right here. If we can take it out, it is just the patina that's dried. There, it went off. Now you will have a smooth, clear finding. Oh, still there is a little bit left. Now open this ear wire up, the loop up, and just close it.
I need to wash my
Sorry about that, that was my daughter. Okay, so now take this one. Okay, open up the loop. So add it right here. See that? So these loops are stacking on top of each other because the finding in the loop in the finding is facing perpendicular to the finding. This is how it looks, and it looks very pretty to my opinion. So we have two beautiful earrings. I really like the way this turned out to be. All we had to do is some simple wire wrap and some connectors, and we have the beautiful earring that we made today. I really like the way this turned out to be. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Etsy shop. I will leave down the description box below the link for it. It would support my channel greatly, and also there is a heart symbol down the description box below. There is a thanks next to it. If you can click it, and you can donate as much as your heart feels. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. Be blessed. Bye bye.